Hello and welcome, Peter here, Piotr Wisner. How you doing, guys? Hello. So, today we get a Samsung curved TV. I was trying to cut off the LVDS signal because there's no picture and the backlight is switching on and switching off. So, when TV is switching on and switching off, that may be shorted backlight. So I thought maybe that's the case, but I removed power supply, take it outside, so the backlight was off. I've connected power and the mains and make it down on the ground so to not get electrocuted because there's high voltage. I've placed it securely. I've switched it on. I was hovering my LED, you know, karate chop and this on the screen, but no, it didn't switch on, whereas all the voltages on the power supply are fine. So there was, I couldn't, you know, accuse power supply for the fault, and so I said, okay, well then if power supply producing what should produce and it's not the fault of the backlight because it's turned off, so either because I've got no power consumption from the backlight is still causing the issue, or a mainboard fault. So I said, okay, so the safest way for me in my head would be to test the mainboard for the voltages on those little coils here. Those little coils, because these coils are small power supplies which then produce all the LVDS signals like a VDD or VGL, VGH, yes, all those voltages which are needed, yes, with a clock to have a picture on the display. So I found this for $53.98. I found it on eBay, so I've decided to let customer know that the safest way is just to order a mainboard, because I've got no voltages where I supposed to have. I have them on different mainboards, and if you would take any other Samsung quite new mainboard, you would see that you measuring voltages and you have them over there. Only if I would plug in this mainboard and have the same outcome, that means have only two voltages, which one was 1.4 volts and second was 2.7 volts on them. If I would see that, yes, on this mainboard, then I would worry that there might be some other issue, but that would be really surprising, because if we're missing most of the voltages, then no way, Jose. Okay, so here I might be talking a bit quieter, yes, because I'm more far away from the telly now. But you should be able to see the screen with a mirror. Nothing. So we see that nothing has changed overnightly, yes. The red is still blinking, like the power mainboard wouldn't have the power to start, so maybe this IC is dead or maybe something else, who knows. I'll be quiet for a second. I'll swap these mainboards and then we can test it again. Oh, come.
Christ.
Wow. I couldn't get it out. Okay, so this doesn't have any markings, and this has okay, I don't have speakers. Okay, so now the behavior is different. I can see that the backlight is all constantly on and the light is not flashing anymore. So, yeah. But still no display. But at least now I've got voltages back, so it was a good choice to purchase this mainboard, because we can see that these voltages which were missing, they are now present. Okay, I think there is an issue with my meter. It stopped working properly. I'll have to look for another one. But at this time I can test LVDS issues, because I know that I got these voltages which I'm missing on the original mainboard. I'll pause recording, or no, wait. There are 3 strips of the LVDS signal. Okay, 3. I've disconnected 1 and we've got still 2. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I've disconnected 1, I've disconnected 2nd. We still got no picture. There is a difference though. There is a difference because it's looking like it would want to power on, but those LVDS signals which are inside the display, they had some sort of short. So if that's the case, I can try to cut them off with a tape, not one by one, but like 5 to 10 of them in one go, and check if the signal, the video signal, will come back. I'll pause it because that's 10 minutes recording. I don't want to make it too long, so that you will know what I did, and maybe somebody has even better idea what I did, yes, and to do it better. But I was cutting off before, and of course with missing voltages it didn't make sense. I just wanted to do it just to double check myself, yes. I knew it won't go anywhere because I'm missing these voltages on the main board. Now I'm not missing them, so now it's a point to do it, yes. Cut off all these LVDS signals one by one. I mean, you know, like a few pins after a few pins. I'll do it, and I'll unpause the video. We will sum up the video if I was able to resurrect this TV, or there is some other issue and I need to investigate it further, or say to the customer a no fix. Yes, so be right back. Okay guys, I've made a stupid mistake. I didn't connect the LVDS cable. When I've connected, it started to do the same thing. That's mean restarting. But again, I've checked power supply and there is still voltage coming out, and those voltages are present. So yes, I will try to do it. Well, with different mainboard now, if I've got still restarting, I never had an LVDS issue with a restarting. I had it with a mainboard, I had it with a power supply. But if the power supply is giving me voltage on its own, the backlight is fine. I wouldn't say it's a fault of a backlight. Now it could be a fault with LVDS, but again, I never had the experience that it could be the fault of the LVDS signal. So my question to myself is it some new type of fault which I don't understand, or I'm missing something? That's quite curious. Anyways, I will cut off signals and I will check if that will change anything. Okay, if I've swapped the main board and those voltages came back, that's it. That's a good way. Yes. So okay, I'm happy with that. Now the question is, will cutting off those LVDS signals every 5 to 10 pins, you know, blocking, if this will give me any picture or any difference from what I had with a previous mainboard to what I have just now, I don't know. There's time to find out. I don't know why I disconnected, didn't connect this one, but with this powering on, powering off, it has to be the main VCC shorted that it's doing power off, because VCC is the main voltage which comes in and goes to produce all other voltages for the DC. But again, on these main boards, I didn't check the schematics yet because I don't have schematics for these main boards. Yes, if somebody can find something online, please post it down in the comment below, because I don't have. So yeah, this would have to be then VGH, because VGL is stable. It's 8 volts or something. It's stable. So it's like 7.60 something. I think it was. So the low is fine, then the high maybe is shorting inside the display, and that's causing a problem. But I did check capacitors on the display driver board here across, and there's no shorts. Yes, so it have to be the fault inside the display itself, not on the driver board, which is, you know, a bit of a pickle, but what can you do? I'll check that one and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so where we are at half 2 on the 14th of March. Guys, I did cut off signals and I still don't see any signs of picture, like nothing, completely nothing. So we've got voltages back, but we've got no display. voltages on power supply looks normal, so no point to replace the power supply if I see normal voltages. On the main board, you get proper voltages here on those coils, and well, looks like normal now on these coils. On this main board we've got faulty, there is no voltages. So for me, yes, for me now would be to open the telly, open it, check at the films connecting driver board and the display, COFs, chip on film, yes, those. Look at them for any liquid damage, because that's all I could think of. If I'll see any liquid damage, I can try to clean it, cut off. If I have to replace COFs, if I can find these. If no, maybe I can find them on AliExpress. But that would be the procedure, okay? But it's no guarantee that it will work now. So for me, I'll have to say to the customer that that's all I could check, that's all I could do. Everything else would be raising the stake, you know, higher, but no guarantee of the outcome. So I don't want to say to the customer that, look, I'll check it and then put the high bill, and then the customer won't be happy. So I said, let's do it in 2 stages. I'll make a general check, I see what I can do. If no, I'll order the main board. You'll pay for the main board, but I'll tell you how much it is. And then if you accept it, I'll order it, and when it will come, yes, you'll pay me only like £30, let's say, because I know I'll spend up to 1 hour on it, yes. And then, okay, I might be sending this main board back, or maybe I'll keep this main board because now I know that that main board is good, yes, and I'll put the original main board to the customer's telly. So I will lose maybe £23 or something, but at least I will have a good main board for another customer with the same telly or similar model. So yeah, I said to the customer that, and I said only we will cross the bridge when we will be in the position where we're at just now. So I'll have to be the bearer of the bad news and say to the customer, look, I can either put it back, or you are willing to put more on the table so I can put another hour with opening it, checking it. And if customer don't want to put, then I have to call it a no fix and give back this telly to the customer, because my time is limited. There are other customers waiting on my services, and I can't just risk it on my own so much of time, yes. I don't have so much spare time. If I would have, of course I could do it, yes, voluntarily, but because I've got a business to run and need to help other customers, yes, then, you know, that's all I can offer to the customer. So I know it's not the greatest news, and if customer will say no, well, it is what it is, yes, but how I can help the customer if I've got no more hands to work, nobody else who could look at it, if I'm only myself, yes, and I'm teaching others or guiding others so that they can learn on their own and when they help me, but I've got no hands at the moment who could help me with this telly. So what else I can do, you know, like I've got a Sony TV waiting, yes, I've got one customer at Edinburgh waiting on his faulty telly back. I need to remove good backlight, put the old backlight, believe or not, and I need to drop off that telly or pay for that faulty telly 30 quid, yes, myself, so I don't have a benefit from it, so I won't do it. So I need to put that backlight on, drop it off, swap it with a Samsung. That Samsung, which I left him as a known good working Samsung, went faulty, so that was a really bad luck for us both. Now if I'll fix that Samsung, I don't know, yes, but I need to collect that one, drop off his faulty ones, make, you know, clear space with that. I've got another customer who I need to print 3D print bases for the display, because they are leaving shadows all over the screen, so I need to deal with that one as well. And that's it for now, tellies. But I've got PS5, I've got 2 Xboxes One X, I've got 2 Nintendo Switches Lights, and some hi-fi stuff, you know, various hi-fi stuff as well. So I've got too much going on to allow this telly hanging here, you know, for so long, and you know what I'll get out of it, you know. So it's no benefit whatsoever. But anyways, that's it in this video. You've got 20 minutes recording. Hopefully you've got some value out of it. If you know a better way, what I could do better, I would be happy to hear it. I don't know what else I could do. For me, I would have to open now the display, and I know I'll need at least 1 hour. That's curved, so that might be longer. Open it and check those cuffs which connecting to the display if they don't have any issues with connections, and that I would have to do under microscope the best. Yes, I'd say under the microscope, not just looking at them. I don't know if even magnification would help. Yes, and if I would see no damages whatsoever, I would have to find where the VGL and VGH are going, where the clock is going, where all the signals are, and if they are present or they are shorted. But that's a lot of work. Yes, so that's what I would do next. If you have better idea, let me know, please. What else? Nothing. If possible, let's fix them all. But thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.